How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast. We're talking about the Truck Series at Darlington. I'm not going to go with the intro. We're just going to get into this race pretty quick. If you want to support me, it's the start of the month. Go to Patreon. Link is in the description if you want to support me, or if you just want to send me some few bucks or some pennies through PayPal, I'll take that as well. But when we're looking at the Truck Series race here, we got to do this with a grain of salt, because if you remember, we had a disaster at the end of this race at Darlington earlier in the year. And it's just another case that this Truck Series is just a freaking joke. And so you almost have to look at this race at almost two stages. And so the point of the so this race is only 147 laps this last time around. And I'm pretty sure scheduled distance was 140. Don't remember. I know we went into overtime. Don't really care, but not a lot of laps. And so dominator points, while they will be important, I do think you need the race winner and the main lap leader. It's not everything. There's a chance that we still see just a crap ton of wrecks. And so if you don't remember, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellows at the end of this race from lap 81 to lap 147. They completely just killed each other. They had that huge wreck entering one. And so on lap 81, before everything went to crap, there was 35 cars running. When this race ended, there's only 20 cars on the lead lap. Teams were taken out left and right, and nearly everyone that finished 23rd or worse were taken out in a crash. The only person running was Derek Kraus. I believe he had a battery issue or something. He was still running at the end of the race. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually had Chandler Smith parked by NASCAR. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 drivers. 15 cars taken out of this race due to crashes. And the crash on 119 include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cars got taken out in a pileup. So if you're looking at any data, I do want to pay attention. Let's look at like lap 80, the last real lap before it all just went to crap. And so John Hunter Nemechek was leading, had the fastest car. Todd Gilliland was in second. Stuart Friesen in third. Corey Heim in fourth. Carson Hocevar in fifth. Austin Hill sixth. Zane Smith in seventh. Creed in eighth. Chandler Smith in ninth. And Tanner Gray, your top 10. I think there's a real chance that we just see another race that goes that way in terms of John Hunter Nemechek having the fastest car. Possibly Sheldon Creed being up there. But the guys that should be up there competing for the race and competing for the win should be up there. I think it's a John Hunter Nemechek type of race, just because he was stupid fast here this last time. Had the best car. He should have yet again arrived with the best car. It just depends if he can get around Creed. My interest for lap leaders would go John Hunter Nemechek first, Sheldon Creed second, and then probably, I want to say Ben Rhodes. I think Rhodes has a chance of leading this race. It just, man, Creed and John Hunter should kill this race. That's just what it looks like. It should be. And when we're building lineups, if I don't want to say it's going to be a wreck fest, but I called it last time that Darlington in the trucks has a real chance to be a wreck fest, and they tore it up because it's been forever since they've been here. Okay, they raced here last year during the pandemic, and they just haven't been here. And so there's a real chance they tear it up again. And you want to be kind of heavy on place differential, which DraftKings is allowing us to be really easy on. Like, we got Clay Greenfield starting 38th. I want to find this tweet real quick from Clay Greenfield about him not qualifying at some fucking crap. I think it was Michigan. I don't remember. Let me find it. Let me give him the benefit of the doubt here before I start tearing him apart. Let's go, buddy boy. Okay, so Clay Greenfield hasn't ran a race pretty much all year. He's been locked out due to the point situations. And so, let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. Okay, so this is when he was talking about the Gateway race, and obviously Gateway is different than Dover. But if Clay is really real about this, which I would take this with a grain of salt because no driver is going to talk shit about their own team. But Greenfield said, I entered the race and expecting to have a top 15 truck per NASCAR's rule for non-qualifying races. He was the 41st eligible truck, and therefore he couldn't race. And then he was complaining because Norm Benning couldn't race because he had an illegal body, and Spencer Davis withdrew from the race, so they only had 38 trucks at Gateway. And so Clay was saying that, man, this is some bullshit. I got a top 15 car, and I haven't been able to race all year. I don't necessarily believe that. I do, however, believe that Clay might have a 23rd or a 24th best car under green. If this race gets crazy, $7,100 for the truck starting last, with the truck that should easily pass 10 cars by default. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't hate Clay Greenfield. Don't like Norm. Not going to play Spencer. I'd much rather go to Clay Greenfield. Jennifer Jo Cobb, I'm worried about. I don't think she'll have pace. In a Wreckfest, she's perfectly fine to work. I think Kligerman is going to perform really well in this race. He ran well in this race earlier in the year. Let me find it again. Let me find it real quick. Let me look. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm an idiot. I completely forgot I have lap data here. What the hell am I going back to look at the part of the race for? So let's go ahead and look at Darlington and see where good old Kligerman was running before everything fell apart. That's why I was going to go back. Kligerman did not run this race. No, he did. Parker ran this. What's going on here? Yeah, Parker ran this race. And so, sorry, I was looking. So, under green, during that section of the race where I want to look at before everything went to shit at the end, you know, lap 81, Kligerman's in 12th place. Lap 80, he's in 13th. Lap 74, he's competing for 13th with another driver. And so, I think Kligerman is going to have a top 15 car in this race. And so part of me really kind of wants to go Nemechek or Creed, and then Kligerman and Greenfield initially. Now, I haven't finished all the projections yet. Some things may change before I get to the, my finalized projections, but that seems to be making a lot of sense to me. Like, I like Parker. I think he's underpriced here in a race where he should be able to pass quite a few guys. Colby Howard, 67, starting 29th. I don't really trust him a ton. I think he makes mistakes, and he's in the 9 truck. Not really gonna want to go there. Jordan Anderson starting 33rd. He fucking sucks. Jordan Anderson is terrible. Not gonna go there. Cram and Bone. Depends if you need to get there. I'm not too high on that. I do like Ankrum from GMS, and just like the Xfinity Series, it's very easy to pay up for multiple guys in this race because the values aren't bad. Like, I know I was like, what am I going to do with Cram or Danny Bone? But $1,500 for Danny Bone makes a ton of sense. Like, Danny should be able to finish this race under green, in 22nd, 21st. And so it seems like, it's John Hunter Nemechek or Creed, and then Greenfield, and then Kligerman, and then Danny Bone is a value. As one of your 5K guys, or if you don't do that, go to Tyler Hill. Like, it seems like it's easy to make lineups this week, and not necessarily chalk lineups, but lineups that you feel comfortable with. And so paying up yet again for Tyler Ankrum, I don't hate it. I'd much rather pay up for Ankrum than Josh Berry for 300 more. It gets me 5 more place differential points. I'll happily take that. Chase Purdy, 65. I think he's underpriced. I'm perfectly fine with that. Where's Hocevar at? Hocevar, starting 5th, $7,200. I honestly don't hate that at all. Hocevar is, I don't want to say a priority to me, but I like Hocevar here. We've seen time and time again, Hocevar can get good. That sounds dumb, but like he's ran well at times, and Darlington was a track that really suited him. It was Darlington and Charlotte that really propelled Hocevar into that guy, like, hey, we need to be playing Hocevar. We need to be playing this guy. And 72, like, he's almost 6K in a car that's going to stay in the top 10 this entire race unless it gets crazy. I love Hocevar here. I like it. And so I don't want to stay here and yap too long. This is certainly easier for me to go over quickly than the Cup or Xfinity. And so let's go ahead and start ranking these bad boys here. I like Creed. I think you choose between Creed and or Nemechek. Kraft could be no for me. Rhodes I want to keep in there and consider. Probably no Friesen for me. I like Hocevar. Love Nemechek. Probably not going to go Hill. Just won't get there on pricing. Todd Gilliland going to be a no for me. Smith is going to be a C. Chandler, that is. Zane is going to be too expensive for me. Dylan Lepton, I'm on the fence. Leaving him as a C right now. I got to do more research on him. Enfinger. Good old. I need to move that again. Let's see. I forgot if Enfinger is in. No, he's in the ThorSport. If because the 9 car is taken by Howard. Yeah. So Enfinger in the 98. I'll leave him as a B. I got to project. If I projected him, I gave Enfinger 5th. I'll keep him in the pool. Sauter for low ownership, sure. Deegan probably no. Jack Wood seems like a guy who might make a mistake in this race. Probably gonna be. I'll leave him as a D right now. Austin Wayne Self, stupidly consistent, easy play in the 5K range. Chase Purdy, I think you got to consider him, although Purdy is much more risky than Austin Wayne Self. Leave him there. Even Truex is really stupid cheap there. I'd probably project Truex from 22nd to 17th. I'll keep him in there. Not going to be going to Barry. I'd actually prefer Truex over Hill. Gray is going to be probably around a 14th place driver. Chris Wright's in the pool. Fogelman's in the pool as well, just based on his price. Ankrum, I like Ankrum. Boy, going to be a no for me. Bone's going to be a C. Graham's going to be an F. Howard's going to be an F. Rheum, no. Lawless, no. Anderson, no. Kligerman. Let's see, that's going to be that. It's going to be that. And I like Greenfield. And then any of these guys can work if they end up wrecking. I can't project this to be a wreck fest no matter how much I think it's going to be a wreck fest, but that's how I would probably go about this race. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Truck Series, I'm not saying it's easier, but you know where guys are going to finish. Like, it's not like, and Xfinity's the same way. The Cup Series, there's much more volatile. It's much more volatile in terms of people hitting their ceilings and people performing better than they should, whereas the trucks and Xfinity, you kind of figure where everybody's going to run, either based on equipment or the type of driver they are, and that's really it. That's kind of why the Truck Series have always been, at least the videos have always been a bit short. I don't know why I'm rambling right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to support me, consider joining the Patreon. Consider donating through PayPal, and best of luck. Enjoy this doubleheader Sunday, which I don't know why it's doubleheader on Sunday, but if NASCAR wants to do it, they're going to do it. So we'll see you guys next time.